Hello everyone. I'm not going to keep you long. This is something that one of my things that I do at the house, and I'm out of it. I have two seasonings that I use uh, pretty much all the time, one more than the other. One of them, I'm going to show you the exact name, let you look at the name. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want to put the channel in jeopardy. So I'm going to let you see the first one that I'm making. The second one, I'm not going to name it either, but you will get the initials of the second one when I make it. So the first seasoning is something that my husband, I think this is his second time buying it, and he usually uses this. But 2 weeks ago, he wanted some pinto beans. He wanted some of my pinto beans, the ones that I can. So here's a jar of them right here. So I normally season the beans when I bring them out of the jar. I usually just season them with garlic powder and a little onion powder and a little salt. There's salt already in them, but it's not much. But I do give them like maybe another 1/8 of a teaspoon per jar that I use. So that's the only salt. But this seasoning right here, I decided I was going to try something different for him. And this is the seasoning that I tried. Like I said, he normally uses this in stuff that he cooks. I normally don't. So he came in the house that day and he was like, something smells really good. I'm about to chow down. And when I told him it was only beans, he was like, no way, no way. So he only had this, about this much left in the bottle. I used half of that in the batch of beans that I had taken out because I, didn't know how it was going to taste, and I used 2 jars of beans. So what I decided to do was go ahead and make some more because I ended up using all of what he had in another batch of something, and that was some collard greens. A whole different taste on my collard greens, but they were good. So he is now out. And since most of you who do see some of my stuff on my channel, you know that we are all about making sure we watch what we put in our mouth. So with that being said, I'm going to start out making this one. And I will call out the ingredients as hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. I'll call out the ingredients as I am putting them in the bowl, and I forgot the bowl, so hold on just a second. Okay. All right, so I'm back. So the first ingredient on that one is calling for 1.5 cups plus 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. But before I go further, let me show you what I'm going to put it in. This is a spaghetti sauce jar. Hi, how are you? I collect these, not to display, but to use. This one probably came from either Prego or the other one, and I forgot the name of the other one. But anyway, you will see that it says Atlas Mason. I normally get these jars from the thrift store because you technically cannot can in these jars. Some people do it, but it's at a risk. I don't. And it's because of the rim. But I do purchase these when I see them in the thrift store, mainly because we make our own seasonings when we are out of them. So this is a tip for you. If you go in the thrift stores, you see these, pick them up. Don't use your mason jars if you're canning. Use these instead, okay? So this is a 16-ounce jar, and we're gonna fit, what I am making is supposed to actually fit in the jar. So the ingredients that I give you with the measurements should actually make 16 ounces or a little less, okay? Okay, so let's get started. So the first one is 1.5 cup of garlic powder plus 1 teaspoon. My children are grown. They are grown and out of the house. Okay, so 1.5 cup, and that's a lot. Now, I usually don't pick up garlic powder. We usually pick out granulated garlic. So I bought enough today to do what I need to do. There's 1 cup, and then it calls for a half. And that takes care of all of that one. Okay, so that one is empty. The next on the list is 1/3 cup of onion powder. Thank you. 1/3 cup of onion powder. Plus 1.5 teaspoons. There we go. That one's done. The next one, it says 2 tablespoons of salt. Now we use 2 types of salt here depending on what we're doing. When I'm using seasoning or seasoning food or whatever, it's regular seasoning, I usually use pink salt, and this is Himalayan pink. So you can use the salt of your choice, but I do not recommend you using table salt. It's not good for you. So I use Himalayan pink. So that's what's going in here. If you have a sea salt, you can use that. I do use that as well. So 2 tablespoons of salt, and that's not a lot. 1, 2, and 2 1/4 teaspoons. 1, 2 1/4. Salt is in. How do you propose to do that? Next thing is black pepper. 2 1/4 teaspoons. 2 tablespoons plus 2 1/4 teaspoons. So all of these next ingredients are going to be the same. 2 tablespoons. And 2 1/4 teaspoons. Pepper is in. Next is going to be ground cumin. Bye. See you next time. Okay, cumin, we've got 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons, and 1/4. Next up, we have oregano. Same thing. 2 tablespoons. 2 teaspoons. And 1/4. There's that. Parsley, same thing. Parsley, right here. So I already had some parsley here, so I didn't have to open my new one. Y'all, this smells good. There we go. Parsley. Next up, we have coriander. Ooh, I'm up close. I can smell that. Yeah. All right, so that's all of that. And then the last one is 2 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric. 2 3/4. So 2 teaspoons. Now, if you're partial to turmeric, it is optional. But as long as you have the black pepper in here, it will activate the turmeric for you. And 3/4. Turmeric is in. All right, so for those of you who are just joining, I'm not going to say it, but this is what I just made to replace what I use. This is my husband's stuff, so, and he loves it. So we're going to give all of that a mix. And I'm praying that this is not too much for this jar. Y'all, smells good. Give it a good mix. Make sure everything is incorporated. Some of your powders usually have lumps in them. Break them up. Don't leave them in those big clumps. Oh, and it looks just like how it looked in the bottle. Now let's give it a taste. I usually don't do that because it usually leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but I am today. That's good. That's real good. So, here's my jar. Let's see if I can get it all in there without making a mess. And as you can see, it makes a little bit more than 16 ounces. So I'm gonna put the lid on it, and then what I'm gonna do, the empty container, the one that I emptied the garlic out of, I'll put the rest in it. And we'll use this one first. Y'all, it's hot in my house. Whew. Okay, so that one's done. Now I don't have to hear him fussing about I used up all his stuff. Next up, the second one that I'm going to make, like I said, this is not going to take long. Is another name I can't say, but I will give you the initials. TC, and it's a Creole seasoning. The container is green, has red writing. Y'all figure it out. TC has a green container with red writing. It is a Creole. This one calls for 1 cup of salt and 1 tablespoon. So let's see. Again, I'm using pink salt. Now, I didn't use this one up, he did. So I'm just replacing it. Oh, excuse me. I'm just replacing it for him. There's the salt. Now I made the other one first because I don't want one of the ingredients to be stuck on here and make that hot, because one of these ingredients is hot. There's the salt. The next one is a 1/4 cup of cayenne. And I think this is a 1/4 cup right here. Almost use it all up. 1/4 cup of cayenne. Quarter cup, 1/4 cup of black pepper. There we go. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Where's the garlic powder? There we go. Gotta open up another one. Hi, how are you? 2 tablespoons. Here we go. And we're making seasonings. Thank you for joining. So, woo, they got me. I'm not gonna say the name, but I made this one first. It's a Complete by that company, and I've already made that one. Thank you. And now I'm making a Creole seasoning, and I'm not gonna say that name, but the initials are TC. The container is green. The writing is red. You figure it out. Okay. And then the last ingredient for this is 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and I did pick up some today because I was out of that as well. Sorry about that. Mix it up. Now this one looks like it will actually fill up the jar. It may not be completely full, but this one I had the AI to generate it for me for the same size jar. Like I said, we do buy these jars from the thrift store. They are spaghetti jars, spaghetti sauce jars. If you buy spaghetti sauce out of the store, like already made, and it comes in a jar, save them. They are excellent to keep this amount of DIY seasoning. And here's his jar. It's another one, and it was empty. See, he used it all. But we're gonna get this one filled up as well. Oh, I didn't taste it. Ooh, that's gonna burn. Hold on. Yep. But it's not as hot as I thought it was going to be. But it's there. So we're going to get this in the jar. And that is going to be enough for him for a while. He usually uses this. No, he doesn't. He uses this on like when he's certain types of meat. He has his own mix for his grilled meats. So one day I'm gonna have to sit him down, and I will get that one out on the channel for you. Because he uses that a lot during the summer months. Whew, now I can feel that cayenne pepper on my mouth, on my tongue. Okay, y'all. Do I have any questions on either of these seasonings or anything about the jars? Any questions? Any questions? Anybody out there? Okay. All right, no questions. I hope everybody will be able to use these two recipes. Like I said, this is something that we use all the time in the house, and we were out, and I didn't want to go and buy another one because I think these are kind of expensive, and you only get 12 ounces. And as you can see, I got more than 16 ounces. I got maybe 20 out of the recipe. So I will, when this video posts, I will put all the ingredients for both of the seasonings at the bottom in the description box so that you can come back and get them later. Also, again, if you want the jars, these jars are pre-made spaghetti mix jars. You can just, if you get them, if you buy it out of the store, just save it. If not, just go to your local thrift store and see if they have some. The lids for those jars that I use is, if you buy them from the thrift store, you're gonna have to save your lids. And of course, I use my favorite. You see that? That's the lids that will fit these perfectly. That lid off of that product. Okay? All right. Since there are no questions, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye.